In the vast and silent theater of modern air combat, two aircraft stand as symbols of national power and technological ambition. They are the American F-22 Raptor and the Chinese J-20 Mighty Dragon. These are not just fighter jets, they are fifth-generation marvels designed to dominate the skies in ways previously unimaginable. The F-22 Raptor has long been the undisputed king, a ghost in the air that combines stealth, speed and agility into a lethal package. It represents the pinnacle of American air power, a benchmark that has remained unmatched for over 2 decades since it first entered service. For years, it was the only operational fifth-generation fighter in the world. The arrival of China's J-20 Mighty Dragon changed the conversation. It was a clear signal that a new power was rising in the East, capable of challenging the technological supremacy long held by the United States. The J-20 is not a direct copy of the F-22. It is a unique and formidable aircraft built for a different strategy. Its development and rapid production have forced military planners and analysts to reevaluate the balance of power in the Pacific. As we stand here in late 2025, the question is no longer about one jet's theoretical dominance, but about how these two titans would fare in a potential showdown. Understanding these two aircraft is about more than just comparing their specifications on paper. It is about understanding the strategic goals of the nations that built them. The United States designed the F-22 to ensure absolute air superiority anywhere in the world, a tool to kick down the door of any enemy air defense system. China, on the other hand, built the J-20 with a more focused mission in mind, to control its own backyard and keep powerful navies, particularly the US Navy at a distance. These different goals have shaped every aspect of their design, from their size and shape to the weapons they carry. As we delve deeper into this comparison, it becomes clear that this is a classic tale of quality versus quantity, of a seasoned champion versus a determined and rapidly improving challenger. The F-22 fleet is aging, with production having ended years ago, while the J-20 fleet is growing larger with each passing month. The contest between the Raptor and the Mighty Dragon is therefore a snapshot of a larger geopolitical competition. It is a story of technology, strategy, and the ever-shifting dynamics of global military power, where the skies over the Pacific could become the ultimate proving ground. The F-22 Raptor was conceived during the Cold War with a single, clear purpose: to be the world's greatest air-to-air fighter. Its mission was air dominance. The U.S. Air Force wanted an aircraft that could fly deep into enemy territory, sweep the skies of any and all opposing fighters, and do so without being detected. This singular focus on being an unbeatable dogfighter and beyond visual range killer shaped its entire design. It needed to be incredibly stealthy from all angles, extremely fast, and more maneuverable than any other jet. The result was an aircraft that prioritized close-in combat performance and all-aspect stealth above all else. In stark contrast, the Chengdu J-20 Mighty Dragon was born from a different strategic need. China's military planners were not trying to build a better F-22. Instead, they wanted an aircraft that could counter American power projection in the Western Pacific. The J-20's primary mission is to act as a long-range interceptor. Its job is to fly far out over the ocean, find and destroy the critical support aircraft that enable U.S. air operations, tankers, spy planes, and airborne warning and control system, or AWACS, aircraft. By targeting these high-value assets, the J-20 aims to cripple an enemy's ability to sustain a fight, effectively blinding and starving enemy fighter fleets. These different missions led to vastly different designs. The F-22 is a compact, muscular fighter built for agility. Its thrust-vectoring engines allow it to perform breathtaking maneuvers that a larger jet could never hope to match. The J-20, on the other hand, is a much larger and longer aircraft. This size is not a weakness, but a deliberate choice. It allows the J-20 to carry a massive amount of internal fuel, giving it an exceptionally long combat range without needing to refuel. This is crucial for China, which has a much smaller fleet of aerial refueling tankers compared to the United States. The J-20 is built for endurance, not for acrobatic dogfights. So, while both are called fifth-generation fighters, they are fundamentally different tools designed for different jobs. The F-22 is like a master swordsman, designed to win any one-on-one duel. The J-20 is more like a sniper, designed to take out key targets from a great distance before melting back into the shadows. The Raptor is built to win the sky, while the mighty Dragon is built to deny the sky to its opponent by breaking the logistical chain that holds an air campaign together. This fundamental difference in philosophy is the key to understanding their respective strengths and weaknesses in any potential conflict. Stealth, or low observability, is the defining feature of a fifth-generation fighter. It is the ability to avoid detection by enemy radar, giving a pilot the ultimate advantage of surprise. In this critical area, the F-22 Raptor is still widely considered the gold standard. Its design incorporates advanced radar-absorbent materials and shaping techniques that make it incredibly difficult to track. Its radar cross-section, or RCS, the measure of how visible it is to radar, is estimated to be the size of a steel marble. Crucially, the F-22 was designed for all aspect stealth, meaning it is just as stealthy from the sides and rear as it is from the front. The J-20 Mighty Dragon also has impressive stealth capabilities, but its design reflects a different set of priorities. It features excellent frontal stealth, which is most important for a long-range interceptor that approaches its targets head-on. It uses serpentine air intakes that hide the reflective engine fans and serrated edges on its weapon bay doors to scatter radar waves. However, its large size, canards, the small wings near the nose, and engine nozzle design are believed to make it less stealthy from side and rear angles compared to the F-22. This suggests the J-20 is optimized to get the first shot in a head-on engagement and then use its speed to escape, rather than linger in a complex, multi-directional fight. The materials used in stealth technology are just as important as the aircraft's shape. The F-22's radar-absorbent materials, or RAM, are the product of decades of American research and are notoriously difficult and expensive to maintain. This is one reason why the F-22 fleet is so costly to operate. China has made huge strides in its own RAM technology for the J-20, but most analysts believe the US still holds an edge in the maturity and effectiveness of these coatings. The F-22's stealth is a proven combat-ready capability, whereas the J-20's is newer and less tested in real-world operational conditions. Ultimately, the F-22's superior all-aspect stealth gives it a significant advantage. In a potential conflict, an F-22 pilot would likely detect the J-20 long before the J-20 pilot knew the Raptor was there, regardless of the angle of approach. This allows the F-22 to dictate the terms of the engagement. It can choose to attack, or it can choose to remain hidden and pass information to other assets. The J-20's stealth is formidable and makes it a serious threat, but the F-22's more complete and refined cloak of invisibility still gives it a decisive edge in survivability. An aircraft's performance is dictated by its engines, and this is where one of the most significant differences between the F-22 and J-20 lies. The F-22 Raptor is powered by two Pratt & Whitney F-119 engines, which are, honestly, masterpieces of aerospace engineering. These engines give the Raptor an incredible thrust-to-weight ratio, allowing it to accelerate and climb with breathtaking speed. More importantly, they enable the F-22 to supercruise or fly at supersonic speeds, over Mach 1.6, for extended periods without using its fuel-guzzling afterburner. This allows the F-22 to cover vast distances quickly, arrive at a fight with more energy, and extend the range of its missiles. The J-20's engine story has been one of gradual but steady progress. Early models relied on Russian-made engines that, well, really limited their performance. However, as of 2025, China is equipping its newer J-20s with powerful, domestically produced WS-15 engines. These new engines have dramatically improved the J-20's capabilities, reportedly allowing it to supercruise at speeds up to Mach 1.7. While this does close the gap with the F-22, the Raptor's F-119 engines are still considered more reliable and provide a superior overall thrust-to-weight ratio, giving it an edge in raw power and acceleration. The F-22 can reach a top speed of Mach 2.25. while the J-20 is estimated to top out around Mach 2.0. Agility in a dogfight is another area where the F-22's design gives it a clear advantage. The Raptor's engines are equipped with two-dimensional thrust vectoring nozzles. These nozzles can direct the engine's thrust up and down, allowing the F-22 to perform incredibly tight turns and maneuvers that are physically impossible for conventional jets. This high maneuverability, combined with its advanced flight control system, makes the F-22 an unparalleled close-range fighter. It can point its nose at an opponent and fire its weapons even when it seems to be stalled in the air, a capability that makes it, honestly, terrifying in a visual range fight. The J-20, with its long, heavy airframe, was not designed to be a nimble dogfighter. It is less agile than the F-22. While some newer J-20 variants are being fitted with thrust-vectoring nozzles, they are not yet standard across the entire fleet, and the jet's larger size inherently limits its turning performance. The J-20's design prioritizes speed in a straight line and stability for its role as a long-range missile platform. In a turning fight, the F-22's combination of raw power, lower weight, and thrust vectoring would allow it to easily outmaneuver the J-20, get on its tail, and go for the kill. A fighter jet is only as deadly as the weapons and sensors it carries. The F-22 Raptor was designed around a balanced air-to-air loadout, carried entirely within internal weapons bays to maintain stealth. It typically carries 6 M120D AMRAAM medium-range missiles and 2 M9X Sidewinder short-range, heat-seeking missiles. This combination allows it to engage multiple targets from beyond visual range and then defend itself effectively in a close-in dogfight. For strafing runs, it also has an M6M 6WX 6WY A2 20mm cannon hidden behind a stealthy door. This internal gun is a crucial tool for close combat, something its Chinese counterpart lacks. The J-20 Mighty Dragon, true to its mission as a long-range interceptor, carries a different and arguably more specialized payload. Its main armament consists of 4 PL-15 long-range missiles, which have a reported range exceeding 100 nautical miles, significantly greater than the F-22's AMRAAM. This gives the J-20 a first-shot advantage in a head-on, beyond-visual range engagement. For self-defense, it carries 2 PL-10 short-range missiles, which are highly agile and comparable to the American Sidewinder. However, the J-20 has no internal cannon, meaning it is at a disadvantage if a fight degrades into a classic close-quarters gun battle. Beyond weapons, sensors are what allow a pilot to find, track, and engage a target. Both jets are equipped with advanced active electronically scanned array, or ESA, radars, which are powerful, hard to jam, and can perform multiple tasks at once. However, the J-20 has an additional sensor that the F-22 lacks, a built-in infrared search and track, or IRST system. This is a passive sensor that detects the heat from an enemy aircraft's engines and airframe friction. It allows the J-20 to search for targets without emitting any radar signals of its own, potentially allowing it to find a stealthy aircraft like the F-22 without giving away its own position. While the J-20's IRST and longer-range missiles are significant advantages, the F-22's systems are more mature and have been refined over 2 decades of operational service. The F-22's sensor fusion, which takes data from its radar and other sensors and presents it to the pilot in a simple, intuitive display, is considered world-class. Recent upgrades have also equipped the F-22 with advanced data links and improved its AIM-120D missiles. In late 2025, an F-22 set a record for the longest-ever air-to-air missile shot in a test, showing that the US is actively working to close the missile range gap. Imagining a one-on-one duel between an F-22 and a J-20 reveals how their different design philosophies would play out. The F-22 pilot would enter the fight with the advantage of superior all-aspect stealth. The Raptor's goal would be to use this invisibility to get into an optimal firing position undetected. The F-22 pilot would likely detect the J-20 first on radar and could choose the time and place of the attack. The Raptor's strategy would be to remain hidden, fire its AIM-120D missiles from a side or rear angle where the J-20 is most vulnerable, and then exit the area before the J-20 pilot even knows what happened. The J-20 pilot, knowing their aircraft is less stealthy and less agile, would employ a different strategy. The J-20's best chance is in a head-on, beyond-visual range encounter. The pilot would use the J-20's long range to stay as far away as possible and rely on its powerful ESA radar and passive IRST sensor to try and get a track on the F-22. The goal would be to launch its long-range PL-15 missiles from maximum distance and then immediately turn and run, using the J-20's high speed to escape. This launch-and-leave tactic plays to the J-20's strengths, its long-reach missiles and impressive speed. If the initial missile exchange failed and the fight devolved into a visual-range dogfight, the odds would shift dramatically in the F-22's favor. The Raptor's superior thrust-to-weight ratio and thrust-vectoring nozzles would allow it to outturn and outmaneuver the larger, heavier J-20. In this close-in arena, the F-22 pilot could use the jet's agility and its internal 20mm cannon to secure a kill. The J-20, lacking a cannon and being less nimble, would be at a severe disadvantage and would likely try to disengage rather than get drawn into a turning fight it cannot win. Because of these factors, military simulations conducted in 2024 and 2025 consistently show the F-22 winning over 90% of one-on-one encounters against the J-20. The Raptor's combination of superior stealth and unmatched maneuverability makes it the undisputed king of the duel. It has more ways to win. It can win from a distance by being invisible, and it can win up close by being more agile. The J-20's path to victory is much narrower, relying almost entirely on getting the first long-range shot and hoping it connects. As of October 2025, the F-22 Raptor remains the most capable air dominance fighter in the world. In a one-on-one engagement, its unmatched combination of all-aspect stealth, supercruise, and extreme maneuverability gives it a decisive advantage over the J-20 Mighty Dragon. The F-22's 2 decades of operational refinement, combined with ongoing upgrades to its software and weapons, mean it is a mature and proven platform. While the J-20 has made incredible strides, particularly with its new WS-15 engines and long-range missiles, it has not yet surpassed the Raptor in the fundamental metrics of individual fighter performance. The F-22 is still the king of the duel. However, air combat is rarely a simple one-on-one duel. The J-20's greatest strengths are its strategic role and its sheer numbers. China is building J-20s at a rapid pace, and its fleet size, estimated to be between 210 and 300 aircraft, already outnumbers the small, aging US F-22 fleet of 187 jets. The J-20's exceptional range and its PL-15 missiles make it a profound threat to the US military's way of war in the Pacific. A single J-20 that slips through a fighter screen to destroy a vulnerable KC-135 tanker could force a dozen American fighters to abort their mission and return to base. The future of air combat is also rapidly changing with the introduction of unmanned systems. Recent Chinese simulations have claimed that a 2-seat J-20S teamed with 3 loyal wingman drones could defeat a solo F-22 with a high success rate. These drones act as sensors, decoys, and missile carriers, overwhelming even a superior fighter with numbers and multi-directional attacks. The United States is racing to develop its own Collaborative Combat Aircraft, or CCA, program to team drones with its fighters, but China appears to be moving very quickly in this area. This shift means that the individual superiority of the F-22 may become less relevant in future conflicts. In conclusion, for 2025, the F-22 Raptor holds the crown as the superior air-to-air fighter. Its qualitative edge, though shrinking, is still significant. However, this verdict comes with a major warning. The J-20 is a formidable and rapidly improving aircraft that is being produced in large numbers and is perfectly tailored to China's anti-access and area denial strategy. The rise of unmanned wingmen further complicates the picture. Therefore, while the F-22 may win the battle today, the J-20 and its supporting ecosystem present a serious and growing challenge to American air supremacy, ensuring the war for control of the skies is far from over.